Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sovereign Goat Man. Today we're going to talk about trees. Here in the Northeast PA, fall is upon us. I purposely picked this spot because I wanted to show you how the trees are changing colors. You can see up there. We live in higher elevations, so usually we see fall a little bit sooner than those who live in the valley. But today I wanted to document one of my passions, which is bonsai. Before the leaves fall off, I wanted to document this for future reference. Bonsai, it's Japanese for trees in a pot. By the way, I wanted to make some correction. A lot of people in this country, they mispronounce it as bonsai. It's really bonsai. Bonsai is a battle cry. It's like bonsai before the Japanese or before a warrior attacks the bad guys. They let out that war cry, bonsai, and they make that face, like they're constipated or something. Bonsai, bonsai, you say it softly, bonsai. And right now there's a goat on the roof. At any rate, she escaped. I told you, uncut, unedited, and straight from the heart. Where was I? Oh, bonsai. I got into this many years ago because I've always wanted to get into it when I was young. And I think it was 2019 when I finally said, you know what? Now's the time. There's no such thing as doing anything late. Age is just a number. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger and I started cultivating bonsai. The Japanese maples, there are hundreds of different variations. And the Japanese maple typically is considered the queen of bonsai. The Japanese black pine is typically considered the king of bonsai because the Japanese black pine, it's usually rugged and it has that very masculine look, whereas a Japanese maple, in this case this is a bloodgood, it has that very feminine, elegant look, as you can see. So I'm going to see if I can rotate this 360. I'm keeping an eye on that goat. By the way, bonsai and goats do not mix. Don't ask why I'm doing this, but maybe there's something wrong with me. When you cultivate bonsai and you have goats, it's kind of like taking X-lax on the day you do squats. They don't go together. But at any rate, I'm going to rotate this. A beautiful tree. This tree, I bought this tree. Actually, this was from Lowe's. I spotted this August of 2019, and it wasn't a bonsai at the time. It was just a regular potted tree, and it was already it was pretty tall already, maybe 5 foot tall. And the first thing I looked at, the first thing that bonsai artists look for really is the trunk. You look for that trunk. Thick trunks are very attractive because it gives that appearance of miniature tree right off the bat. So when I saw this trunk here, I was like, man, that's gonna be a future bonsai. So this was 4 years in the making. So I started slowly cultivating it, shaping it, training it the way you see it now. And this is the end result. The beauty of having living arts like a bonsai is that every year it's gonna look different. So the way it looks like now, it will not be the same next year. And the way this looked last year is entirely different. But that's okay because that gives us artists appreciation for this living art. And it's really excited when you think about it. It's like you're wondering, I wonder what this thing's gonna look like next year. But fall, it is my favorite season because it's beautiful. I love the weather. I love this type of environment. But at the same time too, I'm being honest with you, I'm kind of sad this time of year because this is when my deciduous bonsai trees, they lose their leaves, they fall off, and then they go into dormant period, and then I don't get to appreciate them again until spring. But that's okay. That's kind of like life, you go through the different cycles. The old you will die, and then the new you will always be reborn. So we can learn a lot from trees, the way they live, the way they cycle. The other thing too that I wanted to share with you while I'm at it is that A good thing about having a lot of trees is that they produce oxygen for us to breathe. So we breathe out carbon and they breathe in carbon and produce oxygen. It's a beautiful cycle. I don't want to digress, but this nonsense that government wants to reduce carbon, that's not even bullshit, that's goat shit. If you want to reduce carbon, plant trees, man. Whether it's bonsai, big trees, little trees, plants, that's the answer. But again, it's hard not to get political on any of my videos. That's just how I roll. With that, I look forward to sharing more bonsai videos with you in the near future, and I hope you learned something. And I better catch that goat, because that's what I do, and I am the sovereign goat man.